Community Action MK has been working in Milton Keynes for over 30 years, and the New Communities project is one of the most exciting areas we've been involved in. Since 2008, we've been supporting new communities to get started and begin to flourish. Let's take a look at the story so far and see where the coming year will be taking us. We've been busy in the eastern expansion area since the area's first houses started being built. We've continued to support the community to start up new activities and get to know their neighbours through our Community Mobiliser service and our support and development team. We have seen Broughton and Brooklands community flourish, now with over 15 local community groups and many activities and events for the whole community. In recent months, we've even seen a new group form with the aim of supporting others in their community. Here is Ruth to explain more.
Since I've been working here, which is about 3 years now, I've been involved in lots of different community initiatives. There have been some fantastic things going on, the family fun days, the big lunch, all those things. But structurally, it's always been very ad hoc. And that ad hoc networking, while a great way to start things off in a community, is not long-term sustainable. There were a number of people thinking along the same lines, and we came together and we started to say, okay, let's try and make this a reality. Let's try and set up a broad-based group that can connect all the different community groups that are existing in this new build area with lots going on.
So one of the aims of Broughton and Brooklands Community Connectors is to act as an enabler for other community groups and other projects happening. So when people have an idea, if they're not quite sure how to go about booking a venue or getting funding, we already have that skill set within our group, and if we don't, we know someone who has those skills that we can point those people in the direction and help those startups get off the ground.
Our aim in our community development work in Broughton and Brooklands has been to create a vibrant, self-sufficient community, and the emergence of the Community Connectors group has enabled us to take a lighter approach here. We've started to focus more of our time on the upcoming community in the western expansion area, Fairfields and Whitehouse. We'll be taking the experience from the eastern area and applying this to the west to go back to the start and ensure we enable a thriving community here as well. The western expansion area started being built in 2015, and since then we've already seen the emergence of over 100 homes in the area. Josanne Race, our community mobiliser, has been carrying out arrivals visits on new residents and has organised pop-up activities.
The reaction of the residents so far is that they're really keen to get involved, but we are struggling because there's no parish, there's no community buildings. The Whitehouse First School was open, so we can meet there, but obviously that only opened in September. So we're working together, we've got a Christmas fair coming up, so let's see how many people we can engage with there. What we've learned about community centres from the East is that we need one ASAP. So we're working with Milton Keynes Council to get some temporary builds. We could have 2, but it's very expensive and the school are more than willing for us to use that. So we may have one by spring in Fairfields. There are a few issues, mainly about transport and getting around. There's no paths, there's no crossings across the main road, so unfortunately the only way they can get about is by car. There was one piece of good news, that we had a bus route through Whitehouse and through Fairfields, so that's a positive.
We've already started supporting local residents to take action in their community. We've been advising on community activity and how people can get things started, such as accessing the New Communities Fund.
Because we talked about the fund and things like that, didn't we, when we spoke on the phone? Did you look into that?
No, we don't know how to do it.
Where do we start really? So we've got a date, but what to do next?
So I would say, this is the New Communities Fund, and it's administered by an organisation called the Community Foundation, who give grants. And essentially, you can apply for up to £300. You can apply for all sorts of things, so like cost of printing promotion, hiring in someone to do your food, hiring in activities, loads of different bits, public liability insurance, all sorts of different things.
Is it a real pain to try and get the money?
No.
Or is it hard
No,
work?
not the small money. It's
Okay.
really
It's
easy.
one side of A4. What do you want to spend the money on?
Right.
How much are you going to spend? How many people are you expecting to come to your event? It's dead simple.
You've got my email address. Just email me a good, convenient
Yeah.
time for you, and I'll bring round the forms and we'll go through them.
If you are a resident or an agency wishing to get involved in the new communities, either in Broughton and Brooklands, Fairfield and Whitehouse, or Tattenhoe Park and Kingsmead, then please get in touch. We'd love to hear from you.